it's Laura from Six Figure Writing Secrets. I'm excited to share with you today 5 of my favorite tools that help keep me productive and organized as a busy freelance writer. Of course, there are tons of pieces of software and great applications out there that can make your life easier, and these are just a handful of the ones that I recommend when you're getting started. Being organized benefits you in a big way as a freelance writer. Time is money. It's as simple as that. When you're organized, you also show your clients that you're extremely professional. The old adage that writers are flaky and highly disorganized makes clients hesitant about working with you. So when you show that you're organized and professional, the client is much more likely to want to hire you. The less time that you have to spend looking for things or trying to get your writing process in a streamlined fashion, the more money you can make. My favorite tool is Google Docs. That's because it's relatively free to use, it's easy to collaborate with your clients. If you don't have access to Microsoft Word or Microsoft products, Google Docs is a pretty good approximation. It's also a great place to keep track of orders. One of the other ways that I use Google Docs is I'm constantly tracking my monthly client numbers. So how many clients I have that are recurring every single month, the amount of revenue that they bring in, and then I use a separate tab on that spreadsheet for my business expenses as well. It also keeps me really organized so that I know how many clients I have at any given time. I can easily delete or add people if clients are canceling or if I'm bringing on new people. It's a great tool. There's a lot of great applications inside of Google Docs. So if you're not using it already, it's wonderful because you can also collaborate with your client. I don't know about you, but track changes sometimes drives me crazy inside Word documents. A Google Doc means that you and the other person can actually be in the document at the same time, making changes and comments, or even discussing it over the phone as you're going through it. It's much easier to collaborate this way and share your ideas. Another Google application that is a must-have is Google Calendar. Really great for keeping you on deadline. If someone sets up a meeting with you, or if you need to have a phone call with a client, it's so easy to sync this to your phone and get reminders about meetings. It also allows you to organize your day. If you have a virtual assistant who's helping you keep track of things, for example, you can block time throughout your day for different projects. I love doing this the week before so that I can see what I have on my plate and if I need to work any extra hours or if things are a little slow and I can accomplish some other goals that week. Great for collaborating with your clients, allowing them to see when you have open time to talk. It's also wonderful if you're working on passing off your scheduling and your email management to a virtual assistant because they can see when you're busy and when you shouldn't be disturbed. I love to-do list applications. I've tried a number of different ones. My favorite is To-Do, just because I love the fact that I can click and that it will roll over my tasks from yesterday over to tomorrow if I forget to check them off or if I didn't get around to them. It also gives me a really good visual when I sign in of what I've got for the week. If I sign in and see 50 different things on my to-do list, I know I'm overwhelmed and it's time to start delegating. I've tried a couple different variations. These are relatively inexpensive or free tools that help you see what you've got going on at any given time. Wunderlist works as well. There's another application called Todoist. Some people use more complicated project management software like Trello. Personally, I reserve my Trello for the storage of documents and managing my team. I haven't found it to be super helpful as a to-do list application because it's just a little too complex and takes me too much time. When I get a new project, I immediately add it onto to-do, and then I can see it there. I can decide what day I'm going to work on it and things like that. It's very helpful for keeping you organized. So find one that works for you and stick with it. I also love Hootsuite. Wonderful for managing your own social media accounts, but you can also use it for your clients. You would just have to have them verify that you're an approved user in Hootsuite. There are other applications like this called Buffer, Edgar. There may even be a couple of others. It allows you to schedule your social media in advance, and when you log in, you'll see a dashboard so you can monitor all of your social media feeds. It's great if you're doing social media posts for your clients of the blogs or content that you're creating, because then you don't have to remember to download the Twitter application for your phone and sign in on their account and remember to tweet it out after you've written it. It's very simple because you can be logged into Hootsuite and say, I'm posting this blog at 3 p.m. Let me make sure that at 3:05 we've got the Twitter notification going out about this blog post. Saves you a lot of time, and I paid the premium price to use the full level of Hootsuite, and I found it to be extremely valuable. You can even have your virtual assistants be going in the account and working on it as well. It's a fabulous tool, and play around with the options. See if you can do a trial of Hootsuite and Buffer and Edgar, because one or more might be the right fit for you. A tool that any writer should have is a thesaurus. You can use a thesaurus that's online, but personally, there's nothing that beats a hard copy, because an online thesaurus isn't really going to give you as many options as you might need. I write a lot of blogs for attorneys, so I'm constantly looking for new words that would mean the same thing as penalties or consequences, for example. Having a thesaurus gives me that inspiration I need when I feel like I've used the same word too much, or when I'm just looking for something fresh to inject into a document. It's also a great way to expand your vocabulary, and that's never a bad thing as a freelance writer. I wish you all the best of luck in getting organized as a freelance writer. Once you get your systems under control and you find the right applications and tools that really work for you, it's amazing how much time you'll save, and it's also amazing the positive benefit that it has on your own sanity, because you feel like you're on top of all the projects that you're working on, and you have clear systems that you know how to use and that your team can ultimately learn how to use as well. Best of luck.